stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in a kerchief, and I in my cap. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. So, who does I refer to? I refers to the person, the main person through whom the entire story is being told through poetry. The poet is pretending that he is the storyteller. That is Clement Clarke Moore. And Mama in a kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. I'm so curious. I hear a sound, a clatter, which disturbed the quiet Christmas night. I'm curious to know what made the sound. I can't bear the mystery. I just rush to the window. I throw it open. I push the curtains to see what's happening. What do I see? The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below, which means it's actually talking about how bright the moon was. The moon had fallen on the snow. The moonlight fell on the snow to create as if it was daylight. So now that we have gone through some of the lines of the poetry, we've just completed the first two stanzas. In poetry we don't say paragraph, you know that. We refer to the groups of lines together as stanza. So we've done the first couple of stanzas. Now we're going to touch upon the actual meanings of the words. Most of the meanings I'm sure you all understand, but some of the words can be a little tricky. For example, I've already explained to you twice. It was. Stirring means movement. And here there's a line which says, the children were nestled all snug in their beds. So, nestling is comfortably bundled together. You know how kids sleep, right? They all snuggle together, come together, curl up so they all keep themselves warm. That's the natural way that we all try to keep ourselves warm. Then here there's another word which says, and Mama in her kerchief. What's kerchief? It's a short word for handkerchief. Handkerchiefs. Now, of course, none of us carry handkerchiefs. We carry tissues, pocket tissues. But traditionally, people used to carry pieces of cloth, which they would keep in their pocket or stuff in their shirt or coat pockets. So that's a short version of handkerchief is kerchief. Now that we have actually done the poem, it's time for us to check how much we have understood. You can turn to the page on the bunch of papers where it says answer the following comprehension questions. So comprehension questions, as you know, is one of the best ways of testing to see how much you have understood about the poem itself. There are many questions. There are about 10 questions here. Please try to answer as many as you can possibly. If you don't understand something, you can always raise your hand. I'll come by you and we can take a look at that together. The answers are very simple. You can even put it down in a couple of words or just one single line. You don't have to write many lines. For example, I'll do the first one with you. How many reindeer pull Santa Claus's sleigh? 8. So it's just to check for your understanding. Now that you all have had your last break, you're all feeling fresh, I am going to give you a very interesting activity. It's actually 3 activities. You have the option to choose any one. So the first activity is, there is a list of words. You can choose any, I think I have 10 words. So you can choose any 6. Form rhyming words. 2 rhyming words for each chosen word. Let's take a word like the first word, merry. I'll give you an example. Merry, berry, Terry. As simple as that. You can be a little more imaginative and think of something different that rhymes with the word that you have chosen. So you can do that. The second one is, there is again a list of 10 words. Pick any 6 of your choice. Create sentences. Let's take word B as in belly. You know what belly means? Stomach. My belly is so huge. So it's a very simple sentence. Belly. Now you can make it as complex as you want. Again. So any 6 sentences. The last activity is something that's my favorite. I would love to do that. And I hope some of you make that as your choice as well. It is to create a poem with 6 lines using some words from the poem itself if you wish, not compulsory. Just create a poem and try to make the lines match with each other. The 2 lines, line 1 and line 2 match with each other with rhyming words. Line 3 with line 4. Line 5 with line 6. So that's the test of how much you've understood about creating poetry. We have done so many different kinds of poems all through, and now it's time for you to tell me how much you've understood poetry.